Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. My name is Maria, and for this channel I talk about all things money, including cash stuffing. So we are going to be doing our last cash stuffing for December, although this is the new year. This is the cash that I took out back in my last paycheck for December, and so we're going to be stuffing it today. You guys will figure out as to why I didn't film that earlier, but it is what it is. We're here now. That's all that matters. Happy new year to you guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying 2026 so far, full of health and love. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Happy day to everybody watching. I hope that you guys are doing fantastic. Like I said before, this is the stuffing for the last paycheck of December, and you guys will notice that the amount is significantly lower, only because by the time I'm filming this it is January 6th, so it's been 6 days since the last day of the year. I had to do like several shopping trips and stuff like that, obviously for New Year's and stuff. Obviously assume that most of it came from groceries, since that's the biggest cash portion that I always allocate in these cash stuffings. It is what it is, and these are usually like the other categories that I've been stuffing that are not grocery related. So we will get into that. If you guys haven't done so already and you guys are new around here, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. A lot of cash stuffers here exist on YouTube, so I definitely implore and encourage everybody to go check out everybody else. However, I'm relatively new, so that's why my following is not that big. That's why I'm very still nervous when it comes to like talking, in terms of like some talking points, what to share, what not to share, etc. And even my speed in my speech, I'm working on it so I can, you know, just pace it out, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, if you guys do like what you see, or you like the setup or whatever, don't mind the tripod legs. I'm still trying to figure out as to why my camera does not tilt a little bit more up, that way it sees just the table, but it is what it is. I'll have to get my husband to figure it out. He's very like handyman kind of thing. I'm gonna see if he can help me fix it. If not, don't mind the legs, it is what it is. As long as the content is up for you guys, I'm very happy to have it done. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure to ding the little notification bell beside the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I upload. And without further ado, let's just get into our stuffing. So I was originally going to take out $450, but I will just be doing the 100. That's the remaining cash that I have in here, and this was, like I said, for the last paycheck of December, which would have been December 31st, which was a Wednesday. So happy new year to everybody. The reason why I didn't film in the last 2 weeks is honestly because you guys can probably imagine the hustle and the bustle of all the holiday craze, dinners, presents, events to attend to here and there, rest. And that's the reason why I didn't film, so I hope that you guys didn't mind that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get out the money, and this is the cash paycheck breakdown sheet that I use from Glamour on a Budget. So I'll just be putting that off to the side to be able to see how much I'm stuffing. And yeah, we will only, actually I lied, so this is $100 plus 15, so $115, because I actually just yesterday made a Facebook marketplace sale, so I got $15 off of that. So EBD, so this should be 115, so let's just count that. So 20, 40, and we don't have too many bills to fill up the cash tray today, but that's fine. So that's 40, so 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115. Yay. So that's wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started. So groceries, like I said, I stuffed it previously, and I also put part of it in my digital bank card that is just for groceries, so I put it on there. That's pretty depleted, to be honest, because, well, end of the new year, stuff like that. But anyways, let me know before I forget to ask, let me know how you guys spend your New Year's. How's the beginning of 2026 going for you guys? I did want to ask for prayers for my country, Venezuela. If you guys don't know, I am from Venezuela, and I came to Canada when I was about 9 years old, and there's just, you know, been a lot going on. By the time you guys see this, it'll be the 9th, but there's a lot going on in terms of the safety and the unknowns and stuff of Venezuela by the time that I'm filming this. If you guys aren't aware, just look at the news or look at social media. It's talking all about it. But basically, our illegitimate president was captured in Venezuela by the US, by Trump's administration, or not by administration, whatever. There's a whole bunch of sides of the internet going back and forth on this. But anyways, nonetheless, Venezuela is still at the hands of the military. It's still at the hands of the bad regime that has been around for over 25 years. And so just wanted to ask for your prayers. I do still have family back home in Venezuela, and so, you know, it affects us all, whether we're in the country or not. And as immigrants, we could probably agree that even though you're not in the home birth country, it still affects you somewhat. And so just wanted to ask for your prayers. If you don't know what's going on, or you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, feel free to look it up on social media, because I don't want to get into too much detail, but I did just want to ask for your prayers, because nonetheless, Venezuela, the country, is still unsafe and is still going through a lot. So keep your prayers up for Venezuela and for all immigrant countries, for all the countries that have been suffering in the last couple of years due to many different things, whether Yemen, Palestine, you know, so many things. So yeah, just keep your prayers up for the world. And yeah, let's get into the happy stuff, I suppose, which is the happy stuffing. We're gonna get started with our takeout. So we're gonna just be putting in $10 into our takeout. These are receipts that I haven't scanned into, I believe, my rewards app. I was gonna say Fetch, but I'm not in the States. So these are receipts that I'll just leave them off to the side, as lovely and pretty as they look right there. Here in Canada, I use Receipt Hog. I do have a description box link if you guys want to check it out, but basically it's kind of like Fetch, how everybody mentions it here from the States. Essentially, you scan your receipts instead of just throwing them out. It turns into points. Those points can be later on redeemed into gift cards. So, and it's just something that you would be throwing out anyways. Why not just take a few seconds, take a picture of it, and all is good to go. But yeah, let me know what you guys did in your New Year's. For now, takeout is going to be getting, where's takeout? Where's takeout? Right here. Okay, takeout is just going to be doing $10, and that is all that it has. We just stayed here. Let's go to Fun Money now. Fun Money, which still has all these coupons. Fun Money will just be getting 15. We just gathered at my mom's house for Christmas. We went ahead and did the gift unwrapping there. Basically, how we do it at our house is that one person, typically the oldest, but my mom wanted me to do it this year for whatever reason. We typically have the oldest person just read out the 2 froms, and then they give it to the person that it's for. They open it, whatever. So we did that with our family members, and then for New Year's, we gathered at our place, and we went ahead and shared a dinner, played some games, watched the ball drop from New York. And it was a good time. So that's what we did. And yeah, let me know what you guys did for 2026, whether receiving it, where you're by yourself, which is totally fine. Sometimes you just need that time away from everybody, especially when everybody's doing some crazy nonsense. Where you guys at, for example, something similar to the New York ball drop that they do every single year. I believe it's in Times Square. Is that what it's called? Times Square? The Big Apple? Or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys did. And for now, let's move on to our... Oh, this is the first stuffing that I'm doing after my little binder refresh. So it's actually going to be fun to see what binders get what. Probably just the same ones that typically get stuffed. But anyways, let's move on to our first binder. Alright, so it turns out that I think I am going to be stuffing the same, at least the binder colors that I usually have. So let's just go ahead and move these out of the way. I believe, yeah, the binder colors are still the same from what you guys are used to seeing. However, the categories might be shifted around. So if you guys haven't checked out my refresh video or my update to my latest binder collection video, definitely feel free to check it out here in the iCard. And I went through all the categories, we set it up together, and you guys had a good time, supposedly. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, our first category in here will be my birthday. This remained as my personal binder, and just for everybody who might be new around here, unfortunately with these legs, it's so hard to just show you guys anything. Let's see if I can do something like that. Is that even worse? Is that worse? Yeah, I think that made it a little bit worse. So let's go ahead and balance ourselves out again. You know what's funny about this tripod? Like, the legs are not straight, but then up in the camera, like, this ledge is straight. So I don't know. Unfortunately, you guys aren't able to see much because of just the angle of the video. I still have some things the same. So I still have this Do Ordinary Things with Extraordinary Love. This came as a little freebie card with Melina's binder collection with whatever you ordered her binders. So there's that with a little paper clip and a sticker, I believe, from So Budgets. Then I have this other freebie, which is the Let's Connect card from Melina as well. I just put the checkered boxes here. My Hawaiian flower charm from Noteworthy Co. I do have this vellum dashboard here by Aina Budget. It just has my name on it with my birth flower, which I'm not sure what it is, but it does kind of match nicely with the Hawaiian flower. And then from Pray Chicks and Prayers, I do have this Pray, Plan, and Prosper dashboard of Jesus. This came in a 3-in-1 set, so I just put one of them in here in the personal binder because I'm constantly in this. If anything, I just want to have the reminder of my Lord and Savior right here. So that's what we're doing. And then decorations in the back. Decorations in the back always get kind of neglected, but anyways, I just have this for now, the sticker of this little guy. This is from Little Potato Saver, and then this one is from the Mean Girls collaboration collection that I had gotten from, I specifically ordered from Budget with Maddie, and she unfortunately has closed down her shop, so that's no longer a thing. But yeah, it's here for now. And yeah, as the binders get open and such, you guys will see what else I moved around. For now, that's all that I can see and visually remember that I had changed. For my birthday, which should be the first binder here, or the first envelope I should say, be getting $15, and that's typical just because of, ooh, forgot my marker. 1 second. There we go. So birthday usually gets $15 because every 2 icons is 15, and instead of doing one and having like cents in there, no thank you. So we will be doing $15 in here. And my birthday, let me mark this off first so it dries a little bit more. My birthday will be coming up in February. It's funny because I've mentioned this before in other videos, or in one other video, but the more I follow the cash budgeting community, like, the more I realize that everybody's birthday in the cash budgeting community, 1, 2, 3 for $15. Everybody's birthday in the cash budgeting community is literally from December to February, or then you guys are all sporadically in like June to August. I don't know why. I guess cash budgeting folks are always born on those days, with the exceptions obviously here and there. I believe Hone the Brand, Renee, she's born in March, and then Hustle and Flows, her birthday is the same as my mom, so she's actually in April. And of course there's like little bits here and there of like people who are born in other times, but it's just funny, like, it's just a tendency that I noticed. I don't know, it's just a coincidence. But anyways, let's go ahead and count this money. So let's see what well, this should have 15, 30, 60, and then 90. So my birthday should have 90, so let's say 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, and 90. Perfect. I love when things work out. So anyways, let's put this behind the money so it doesn't damage the vellum insert, and that's that. I still don't know what I'm doing for my birthday, but something has to come to mind for me to be able to do something with myself. So next is hair, and hair was that category that I'm putting the bonus money into. So hair, I originally had only done 5, but I am going to be doing the 5 plus the 15. So I will be putting in 20. Oh, let me mark this off. So 20 would then be, each icon is 5, so I should be doing 4 little scrunchies here. Oh my gosh, am I marking? Ah, that's funny. Okay, well, thankfully these are wedding wreaths. That's literally the second time that happened to me. I was like, why does this feel more grapey than the usual? Anyways, whatever. I can definitely clean that off later. That happened to me almost the last time that I did that. But anyway, so hair, the reason why I want to stuff hair more is because I do plan on doing my hair and dyeing it and getting a cut and all that stuff soon before my birthday. And so I did just want to stuff it a little bit more just because that's coming around the corner. And so birthday has 300 in the bank, and then in cash here we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Perfect. I mean, whatever the calculations is, I'm hoping that that's correct. So let's go ahead and put the tracker behind the money, and I'll remember to clean that off next time. And if I don't, somebody will remind me, I'm sure. Let me change the battery on this camera. Sorry if the angle changed. Let me put this battery to charge. Like I was saying, sorry for the angle change. Unfortunately, it didn't change in my favor since it's pointing the way that I wanted to, but it is what it is. We were on hair. So now, okay, so that's the last envelope for this binder. So let's go ahead and move on to our next binder, which has changed, and you guys will see as to how. All right, so this is now the family, no it's not. This is the holidays and birthdays binder. I have to kind of remind myself what I named it or what it's meant to do. Minimal decoration changes here. I did keep this dashboard here because this is my husband and I, just a whole bunch of pictures and our like last name or whatever. I did keep this Herbalife little pin, magnetic pin here. So I kept that there. This is a Good Vibes. It's actually a mini challenge from Melina. So it's a Good Vibes mini challenge that came with her orders. If you can focus, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. But yeah, it just saves you $20. I just use it as deco because here we don't have like $1 bills or anything. So it'd be kind of hard to save 20 in pieces, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, for now, let's just stay there as decor with the Good Vibes showing right there and a little rose gold paper clip. So that's that. For now, there's not much going on. I think I had the black bow here from Little Potato Saver, but I moved it into the travel binder just because it looked a little bit emptier there and did match with something else that you guys will see in another video. Let's go ahead and do, so here I'm keeping birthdays. Oh, and another thing that I have here, these are vellum bookmarks, but they're horizontal bookmarks, which I love. These are from Savings with Grace, and instead of having all the bookmarks here on the side, I just love how these ones alternate. So for example, here I'll have the seasons buffer, I'll have holidays here, so you can just see multiple bookmarks instead of them clashing together because they're all in the same direction. I love these ones from Melina. It's just sometimes, you know, you have to kind of go like this to see which one is where, and I don't necessarily love doing that because vellum is very fragile. So I do like these ones that stick up this way. Definitely coordinating both, I think, help with categorizing a little bit better. So anyways, let's go to the birthdays. So my brother's birthday already passed, so I technically have to take out this tracker and clean it off. I can definitely start again for the new year, for his birthday next year, because it already happened. Actually, his birthday was yesterday by the time I'm filming this, so happy birthday to my brother. But anyways, I'm gonna just keep this in for now just to remind myself to clean it, and not stuffing this for today because the next birthday is actually my husband, and my husband for his birthday, he will just be getting, what did I say, 20. So 20, so let me just put this in with the money. So right now he has 20, 40, and 50. And I believe we were stuffing this one here, which was a 40. So technically, but because this is all summed up to be $100, I'm not gonna count this as complete. So we'll see what I can do because my brother's birthday is 2 weeks apart from my husband. So yeah, kind of have to catch up if I even want to fill this completely. That is that. So my husband got a little bit extra. We'll see what I do whenever I decide what to do. And then after my husband, the next birthday in my family is my mom. So let's go ahead and give how much to my mom. I think I said 10. Let's go ahead and take this out. 1 and 2, and this is a little bit emptier. And again, this is just how I do my cash stuffing. Everybody does it a little bit differently, and depending on how your situation is, maybe you don't have to take out funds from your envelopes all that often. For me personally, our family is going through actually, I'm not even gonna mark this. What I'm gonna do is count how much I have. What did I say? 40, 30, 20. Okay, so I'm gonna actually also erase this. Let me just go ahead and do that before I forget, and I might as well go ahead and clean off the other things that I said I would clean. Anyways, let me just go ahead and just clean this quickly so I don't get myself confused later. But let's just do that. So what I was saying, and this is the last binder envelope for this. No, one more, and then I'll get into this. But anyways, so the reason why what I was saying is that sometimes different people's circumstances are obviously up to them when they need the funds or whatever. I might not even use this tracker, but for now I'm just gonna clean it and leave it in there because why not? It was a pretty easy tracker. This one's from Potato Saver. It's pretty easy to follow, so I think I might even keep it just because the denominations are pretty simple. But I'll see what's in my other tracker collection. And then let me just go ahead and go to, what was the other one? Oh, my hair. I messed that one up. Okay, so let me go to the personal binder. As I was saying, yeah, sometimes depending on the person's situation, sometimes you're not able to, oh, it was here. Sometimes you're not able to keep the money in here for longer than XYZ time frame, only because, well, sometimes you need the money to pay somebody back. Maybe they did you a favor or whatever. And yes, we are all family, but you know, people are tight, and my family doesn't come from a wealthy family. None of us are just like balling in money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of us are not. But yeah, humble beginnings. So sometimes we have to take out, you know, money here and there. That's why my mom's only had $20 actually in here, while the tracker technically was about to have 60. So do you, whatever works for your family and your circumstance, do what you have to do. At least I have the money saved in here. That's how I look at it. So I'm able to pull it out if I need be, if my mom does do me a favor, or my brother, or my husband, or whatever it is. So yeah, it's wonderful. Not that anybody's rushing me to pay them back. It's just I personally don't like having my circles open and having things to do and to complete on my end, especially if it's money related, because, well, we all understand each other, but sometimes everybody's tight, so I don't want to bother anybody. But anyways, on to the next and last envelope for this binder. So we are going to be going behind the flyleaf. Oh, this is new. This is the seasons buffer. This is from YALL. So I just got his whole collection, which is for spring, for summer, fall, and winter. These are such pretty inserts. I don't know the amount that they save in each one. I believe it's around 250, but anyways, I super love this, and I do plan on using this for stuffing like a seasons buffer for like new people that I meet that have birthdays, or the kids have birthdays, blah blah blah, or holiday celebrations that I don't typically celebrate in my year. This is just for that, to have like an extra buffer for things that I want to gift to them, whether birthdays or holidays or different events that I'm invited to. So I want to do that, and so not sure how I'll be stuffing that, but I guess I'll have to look at the denominations and see how much I can do each time. Let's go ahead and hop back to Christmas. And for the holiday section, I just kept it easy and just did the celebrations that we do throughout the year. So I just kept my husband's anniversary with me, which I guess I should clean this tracker also. Good thing I didn't put away my napkin. And this is not coming off very easily. I don't know, sometimes expo markers, like, they work, but sometimes they don't. I'm not too sure as to why I never find one that always works. I know Melina's always work, but sometimes they smudge a little easy if you don't let them dry long enough, and they don't even take that long to dry, but God forbid the stars align that day and it's not in your favor, and so it is what it is. But yeah, I love this tracker. This is from Angie's Finance, so let's go ahead and do that. So like I said, only the celebrations that we typically do anything for during the year. So we have anniversary, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and I believe Christmas. There are other holidays here in Canada, and there's actually more here in Canada than there are in the States. In the States, y'all go out for every single holiday. We don't. At least not in my family. I'm sure a lot of people do stuff for Canada Day. I don't know, anytime that they're off, they just do stuff, but my family just doesn't really do that. So for Christmas, this is empty. However, I am going to be clearing this off, and I love this little challenge by Little Potato Saver. I am going to be trying to stuff Christmas every single bi-weekly stuffing, and so I'll be trying to do that. So, you know, by the time Christmas comes around, which is crazy to think about Christmas already in the first week of New Year's, yuck. But anyways, it's just so I have it ready to go. So Christmas will just be getting 15. That's that, and hopefully, yeah, I'll be ready to go by the time Christmas comes around. And this method of stuffing cash into the envelopes and having it ready to go, it definitely helped me with certain savings and such for last Christmas, like 2025. So I'm hoping that this, since I'm starting it in January, this can definitely be helpful, you know, in 12 months time when Christmas is back around the corner. So yeah, that's it for the birthdays and holidays binder. Let's move on to our last binder, which will only be getting stuffed into one envelope. Da-da-da, dipping for the first time, at least in a stuffing. This is the beautiful Blue Mountain by Melina, as you guys already know. And this is my, what did I call this? This is my, for now, until I get my hands on cream. This is the emergency and the month ahead binder. I'm waiting for the white one to come back in stock, and the white one will be the emergency binder. Yeah, because I want blue to be my month ahead. I'm not sure why, but anyways, that's my color scheme for now. Just to introduce some items here besides the binder itself. This is a magnetic pin by YALL in the black. A blue little clip bow. If you guys can see there, that's a bow. Sorry, that's a clip on a bow by Little Potato Saver. I like how she lets you choose the type. Oopsies, you guys can't even see. So this is the magnetic pin by YALL, and this is a little paperclip bow by Little Potato Saver. I like how she gives you the option of what paperclip color you want with the bow. So that's very nice that she offers that. This is the same typical dashboard that you guys used to see in my personal binder. This is from Home the brand, and I thought it went obviously very well with the blue. And this is the Heart 3D dashboard by Savings with Grace in the white. And so let's get on started. And a lot of these, I'm not gonna go through them because I'm not stuffing all of these. This will just be for a different video for you guys to see, or actually, yeah, again, refer to the video that I posted here in the iCard earlier. But for now, the only envelope that will be getting stuffed is actually our emergency buffer. So let's go behind the fly leaf, and with this emergency bookmark, this is from Glamour on a Budget, I'm able to clearly see where it is, so that helps a lot. And for the emergency buffer, which I just kept this from my other binder, which used to be in the green binder, I just kept this in here, and we will be stuffing an additional $10, which should be my last $10 here. Perfect. Let's go like that, and then let's go ahead and do one more envelope here. So according to the math from what I see, if you guys are even able to see, from what I see, if each one is 50, so 50, 100, so this is 200, 250, so then this should be 260 that I have in here. Let's put this off to the side so it dries. So let's see if we are correct. So 100, 200, and then we have 220, 40, 50, 55 and 60. Yay! I love when the math adds up. So I'm so happy because, guys, look at this. So I have $260 here in cash for emergency purposes if need be. I also have a $200 placeholder. This is from Budget with Maddie. Again, she closed her shop, so you won't be able to get this. But yeah, guys, I have literally almost $500 saved in emergencies. Part of it is in my digital bank account. The other part here is in cash, readily available if we're not able to go to the bank in an emergency situation. And I just feel so happy. Like, I love the cash budgeting system for that reason. And with that, that's our last binder, and that is our last envelope that we are stuffing. And so for that, guys, we are done for today. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. Again, I keep looking up at the camera and these legs are really bothering me, but it is what it is. Let me move these out of the way. And yeah, guys, we'll close off the video with the typical announcement. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure not only to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment downstairs to let me know what your New Year's goals are, if you feel comfortable enough to share. We're in this to help each other out, and I'm definitely praying for you guys' success and prosperity in this new year. I hope that it brings all the joy and all the love and respect and health that you deserve in this life. Besides that, leave me a comment down below to let me know what binder you are thinking of making a part of your collection or a part of your setup for this year. I know a lot of people are cutting down, a lot of people want to expand their collection. Let me know downstairs what you're planning on doing. And besides that, if you guys like the content, if you guys liked my voice, if you guys like the persona, if you guys like the hand gestures, or just in general you like the video in general in its entirety or little portions here and there, I hope that you guys do consider subscribing to the channel. It would really make me happy, and it'll also help the channel grow. And yeah, into 2026 we go, and I am happy that, you know, some of you guys are still here and moving on with the rest of the year with positive vibes and all the prayers for positive things to come your way. And I hope that you guys do the same for me. And with that, let me close off the video with the verse of the day, which we typically do, which I'll leave right about here. I hope that this verse touches your life in whatever way it is that God is trying to reveal himself to you. I've personally gotten closer to the word by just really making it a routine of mine to go into the word. I did get a Bible for Christmas, and so I'm really trying to get into it every single day. And so I hope that you guys somehow find the time in your day, and if you don't have the time, make the time in your day to read the Bible, read the verse of the day that I just gave you guys, and then see what context and what content you can get out of it, because at the end of the day, Jesus came, he died, he rose again, and he will come back for our salvation. And I hope that you guys, you know, stay tuned for all the blessings that come from that book. And so with that, I hope that you guys have a beautiful day ahead. I love you guys. Thanks for watching once again. Happy 2026, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.